Alright. Oh, sorry. Caught in my throat. I do not have COVID, but I am, however, have some sort of throat bug going on that I gotta go get checked out. Huzzah!
Monkeypox.
God, dude, I with the week I had last week, who the fuck knows? Alright, so, let's get a quick recap going. So, it's time for Kingmaker. Lovely band of adventurers. Let me drag you guys back over to the party so we can see all our lovely folks over here. You guys had a launch party before your expedition into the Stolen Lands, and boy, did you have a lot of people to try and influence over here. So we had representatives from different countries. We had local nobility, like the Orlovskis, the Medved family. There were Chalaxian, devil binders on display, Hell Knights, Eagle Knights, a lot of knights. People from the Technic League, a elf from Kyonin, and this top row up here represents folks that you guys kind of fully influenced through the course of that party. I'm actually going to drag them up a little bit, so kind of one at a time so we can see names. So you guys had Lord Pol Orlovsky, Representative Ozarov from the Abedaran Church. God, their names are so long. Representative Sierra Misolor from Kyonin, the Elven capital. Thurlan Adona from the Technic League. And Lord Gurav Medved, another one of the local aristocracy. Then there were people who you were one away from influencing. So first we had Lord Kozek Lodvoka, Lord Lander Lebeda, Commander Trevelyan of the Order of the Chain Hell Knights, and Lady Stroika, the Chalaxian representative over here. Finally, there were some that were about 2 away, down at the bottom. There was King Sertova. He actually became gradually easier to influence over the course of the party as he started to get drunk. Lord Howland Garrus, this boy over here. And finally, no one ended up talking to him, but Sir Morris Tuttle, Eagle Knight. Alright. After being sent deep into the Stolen Lands, which put on the general map over here for our recap, I know it's been a few weeks. You guys were over in New Steven, down here, and ended up going south to reach, the Stolen Lands, the River Kingdoms, and all that good stuff. So far, you have now explored a lot of the area. I'm going to bring us over to the world map. Just this little bit up here. You guys made your way over to Oleg's trading post. You knew this was going to be a good base to set out on. Your charters, which I can pop up again for you guys here. Be it so known, the bearer of this charter has been charged by the Sword Lords of Restov, acting upon the greater good and authority vested within them by the office of the Regent of the Dragon Scale Throne, has granted the rights of exploration and travel within the wilderness known as the Green Belt. Exploration should be limited to an area no farther than 36 miles east and west, and 60 miles south of Oleg's trading post. The carrier of this charter should also strive against banditry and other unlawful behavior to be encountered. The punishment for unrepentant banditry remains, as always, execution by sword or rope. So witness on this 24th day of Callistril, under the watchful eye of the Lordship of Restov, and authority granted by Lord Nalesky Sertova, current regent of the Dragon Scale Throne. So I'm going to bring you guys back over to our trading post. You guys arrived at Oleg's trading post, at which point he told you they'd been having some trouble with bandits collecting, quote-unquote taxes from them. Now, you knew that they should be arriving sometime in the dawn, and prepared yourselves a lovely little ambush in the front gates of the fort. You guys laid traps, you spread oil, which you then later lit on fire once the bandits arrived. You took, some shots with the remaining catapult that was functioning, which at least looked epic, if not, did a lot. And you guys took out most of the bandits. 2 survived who you took prisoner. 3, actually, I believe you took prisoner. Slayed their... seemed to be the current, leader of this little band. Although Derek, who, this boy up here, we'll say is Derek, when you guys started asking him questions, he did kind of let on that, there were other bigger bandits at work. You found an amulet of the Stag Lord, the bandit that's been running rather rampant in this region for a long time now, around some of the dead men's necks. And he told you a few facts about the region. It's still largely unexplored, but Derek did mention that there is an area nearby Oleg's trading post, where this lot had camped the night so they could arrive on the dawn and then go back to their base. He didn't have exactly a good map to draw you guys or anything, but he did tell you that their final home base was somewhere near the Tuskwater, past the river crossing, somewhere along the Skunk River. It's a lot already, but try to be a little bit gentle to recap so I don't take up the whole time here. Does anyone have any questions or things that they really wanted to point out from last time? Alright, sounds good. Hell yeah. So, were you saying something, Jeff?
No, that was the dog.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
In that case, that is totally good. Alright. So, we arrived pretty much, the same time as last time. You guys are able to get a good night's sleep, so you would have been able to, do your lovely, get all your health back, get your levels up, as you guys did get to level 2. I'm going to kind of delete some of our evidence of battle now, as we don't really need it anymore. And then we can make a plan for, what are you guys looking to do next?
Well, we got to get out there and see what's here.
Hell yeah, there is a lot of land to explore. It's not visible in the fog of war, but when we go back to the overworld map, I've placed a square purple border that represents the edges to your guys' charter. Now, that is not to say that you guys, being the intrepid adventurers that you are trying to explore, might seek out other places, but that is the intended section that you are meant to explore. At least by, right of this charter. All right. We don't need that map right now. All right. So, following morning, you guys got your rest. You've leveled up. I'm gonna say for ease of play, Oleg was we can lock the remaining bandit prisoners in his shed over here on the map, a little bit next to their main house. Oh, and you guys were also able to secure some horses from the bandits as well.
Yep.
So everyone I have, I believe it is a light horse that is not combat trained yet, if I recall.
That is correct.
Alrighty. So the next morning, Oleg would definitely kind of call to you guys and see, gentlemen, is there anything else I can do? I still can't thank you enough for taking care of those bandits.
Oh, happy to help. Glad we were able to. Hopefully at some point you'll be able to get enough people here that you can defend the fort on your own.
Well, with people like you around, maybe this area will finally stabilize. I'll admit that my wife and I, we did build this place away from the nearby trade rivers to get a bit of peace and quiet from our old lives. That being said, perhaps a bit less peace and quiet could be good. Need a little bit more business.
Yeah, how does his wife look when he's saying this? Is she around?
Yeah, let me kind of zoom in here. This is Oleg. Oh, I don't think I'm dragging you guys on the right layer here. This is Oleg and Svetlana, his wife. She seems, I'll say, no perception check needed. She looks pretty worn out and like in agreement with the statement.
All right.
Like I think they're not really trying to be deceitful or anything. He's probably right. Like that is why they moved out here, and she did like agree to that. But with all the bandits, it was supposed to be like a modest trading post, but now it's like barely a trading post. He goes on to say, "Is like, listen, while you all are exploring here, feel free to board your horses. Try to clear out part of the stable to make sure they can all fit. And I can't offer much, but I do have a limited stock available in the warehouse. And I tried to sort through some of the best of it when we put the prisoners in there last night. Would you like to peruse what I have? I can maybe trade a few items. I can't give you the whole stock, but perhaps some of it could be of use."
Out of character, I just went ahead and shopped for the stuff that I needed.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that. I'll say, yeah, he has all the stuff that you guys needed, because I did say, get your stuff out of character. He does offer, so there's kind of a few like choicer options he kind of offers as a gift to the party. Value-wise, he's got, so you could kind of have either a couple potions of Cure Light Wounds, couple of potions of Shield of Faith, or he also has like some ammunition and a nice shield. If anyone's interested in any of those things, those are kind of what he's offering.
I think Cure Light Wounds potions would be good.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, he kind of picks, for lack of a better word, like a 6-pack, but it's more like one of those wooden crates that wine bottles we kept in, but it's got 6 potions of Cure Light Wounds in it. And he's like, please, take them.
Thank you. These are very helpful.
Of course, after everything you've done for us, I feel like I owe you even more than this. No,
No, not at all. Be brave, be bold.
Very well. Listen, there are a few other, travelers, merchants hanging out at the trading post at the moment. If you're curious about the region they've been traveling through, they might have some information to give away. Additionally, I think you guys looked at it last time, but I have the bounty board posted over by the front door to the main building. And I'll just kind of share that with you guys again. This is like just a general bounty board. There's a beast, the Tatzelworm, there's kobolds, there's a giant boar named Tuskgutter, and of course there are bandits, ravaging around.
I'd like to go after that Tuskgutter.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say if you guys want to, everyone can make a diplomacy check to gather information. So you can get some rumors on those guys. And some of these rumors that the merchants here have could certainly be relevant to Tuskgutter. Oh, okay, 14. That's not bad right off the bat. All right. And everyone is going to get a rumor here if you would like to roll for one with this diplomacy check. Just some might be more helpful than others based on your diplomacy and, ability to talk to these guys. The diplomacy check is going to kind of scale to see which one you guys get for this. Alright, so let's start with Trell. Alright, Trell, you got a 14. As you are looking around, talking to some of these guys, you hear this rumor from, it's like a local fur trapper, and he's just like, listen, this is, I saw you guys fighting out there, thought maybe this could interest you guys, as you seem like decent adventurers. A friend of my brother went missing out here a while back. He was a traveling wizard, and last I heard he was going into some monster's lair to, I don't know if he thought it had treasure, if he was just wanted to practice his casting, but as far as I know, his spellbook is still out there.
That's horrible. We'll be sure to keep a lookout for him.
Of course, hey, listen, I'm just a fur trapper. I would have no use for such a thing, so consider his next of kin, or as myself, I don't want it back. Just thought you might be interested.
Well, thank you.
Avin, on that 16, you are going to get something about Tuskgutter specifically here. Alrighty. Make sure I'm getting this one fact right before I mislead you unnecessarily. Come on. Alright. So, he tells you, he's like, listen, that boar up there on the bounty, I had a run-in with it. That thing's deadly. But, if you head off into the marshes, I don't remember exactly where I ran into him. I was trying to hightail it out of there. But yeah, it was a bit to probably the southwest. Once you pass this old, like, crumbled down temple, the boar's territory seemed to be just past that temple. Hope that's helpful for you.
Oh, good to know.
So yeah, generally, southwest, past the temple, thinks that's where Tuskgutter might be, at least somewhere around that area. Ludwig. You have heard that this. So there is a guy that you hear about named one Brieg Orlevech. Now, he is a rather foul-mannered trapper, as he is described by his, perhaps not friends, but business colleagues in this trading center. They seem to have a bad opinion of him, saying that he gave up trapping and went and joined the bandits.
Oh.
And I can spell his name in chat here. One sec. This is Brieg God, his name's all Brieg Orlevech. Alrighty. Rellin, did you want to make a diplomacy check? See if you catch any of these trappers telling you something juicy? Ooh, sorry, hiccups. Alright. Got a 6. Okay. Also, I saw the chat there putting words in my mouth. Okay. I will say, Avin, you helped me make some really cool new rewards for the chat that I think are pretty fun. One of putting words in my mouth. Okay, so you got a 6. That might have a bit of a result to the quality of your rumor. All right, what are you gonna find out? Okay. You hear some of the men talking out here, and they start talking about those silver amulets you guys saw in the bandits. Like, hey, that amulet's resembling a stag skull. I think those bandits, they used to belong to the Church of Avatar, a bunch of charlatans. Now they're worshipping some hideous deer demon. And that's what you find out. All right.
This is why he doesn't do diplomacy.
All right.
I did have a question though.
Yes. What is your question?
Well, first he's just gonna take all of the posters, but the stuff
okay.
the stuff they brought out, does it seem like it would be stuff they would lock in the back?
Like the potions and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, it was basically stuff that he kind of cleared out of the storage shed in front of those refuse pits, so that you guys could stash the prisoners in there, because it's like, one of the stronger buildings that they would actually stay in.
Okay, because I was gonna ask is this the same as the locked room that they had in the back corner that might have had good items in it?
The potion bottles are from that back locked room, but the rest of the stuff I was talking about is from this shed.
Okay, I won't go break in then.
Alrighty. Okay, so you guys, have those conversations. You've got some rumors, maybe some leads to go on around here. What is the plan? Are you guys want to set out? Do you want to talk to the prisoners? What's your move?
Well, I want to get out and get going.
Fair enough.
Should we start to the east?
That's up to you and Grellin. You just point a direction, you'll go that way.
I will suggest that we bring Derek, since he seems to be the most useful.
Want to bring Derek? Okay.
If everyone else agrees.
Fine with me.
Well, you guys are welcome to drag Derek along. He's not the most impressive of lads, but he'll come.
We have an extra horse.
Sure.
He may not be impressive, but he's the most cooperative.
You guys go to the shed and drag Mr. Derek out. Oh, pardon me, lords. Is everything? What do you need?
We want you to go with us. Got your horse here and everything.
All right. Anywhere in particular?
I look over at Trell and Grillin.
To your camp, first off.
You mean back where we was camping the night before we stormed the fort?
Yes.
Stormed the fort. That's cute.
He just looks down, just shamefaced at their pitiful results. Alright, he's like, alright, we'll go with the camp. Sorry, my lords. He probably has no idea whether you guys are lords or not. He's just you guys are so much better than him.
It's okay. You didn't all die. I mean, that's kind of a measure of success, right?
I'll try to take that to heart. Alright. Alright. So, I'm going to bring you guys over to the world map. Make sure to remember to bring Derek. Alright. So, you said you wanted to go east, was your chosen direction?
Well, first to wherever he's taking us.
Yeah, we'll go there first.
Oh, yes, okay, straight to him. Alright. Alright, in that case, let's go up to the map over here. How long is this one going to take you?
got a speed of 60 feet on horses.
Oh yes, you guys do the horse now. So this will speed up. You guys are gonna need to go. To get to where they were camping out should not take you long. Probably about, now that you're on horseback, probably like 2 hours tops. Alright. I'm going to reveal the next hex that you guys are going to. Gotta do a polygon reveal since this is not squares. He basically brings you to the edge of the Gnarl Marshes.
I've still got a black map. Should I be seeing something?
You should be able to.
Did you scroll up and to the right?
Let me ping, like, drag you over there.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Over here?
I see it there.
Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, there's not, it's a very large map. I will zoom out for, yeah. I zoomed out for stream. It is very enormous. This will take lots of time to explore, but that's why there's 6 books. Alright. So first things first, he does bring you straight to the edge of the marsh there on horseback. Brings you to, very obviously, a campsite. There are, like, you know, remnants of a fire that was made. There is, like, one really tattered blanket that looks like they got left behind. Go ahead and give me perception checks as you look around the camp. And we are going to consider this also for kind of exploring this area. This will be the first check we need to explore this place. Oh my god. Right, just double nat 20 straight off the bat. Mishka's helping them. Oh my goodness. Alright, so first of all, you see that there is a, not like a nice lockbox. It looks like maybe it was fashioned from a few scraps of wood from a larger crate. But it looks like one of the bandits is trying to stash some money here just for himself to hide. So you find this like little wooden box that's hidden under some of the bushes here. And there are 10 gold coins, 10 silver coins, and 5 copper. So not a lot, but for this guy.
Is that yours, Derek?
No, that wasn't mine. I suppose. I don't know, it might have been the archer, our leader. Could have been him.
What was his name again?
Sorry, oh my god. I was coughing there. He's like, Haps? Haps Biden was his name.
Dead Haps.
You did kill him dead, but to be honest, I wasn't that big a fan. So, do with that what you will. Alright, and then those were some pretty insane checks here to search. So you did get that right off the bat. And then we're going to end up revealing something else on this one. You begin to kind of roam a bit farther afield from the camp, and you all find those perception checks. It looks like there's a lot of breakage in the undergrowth here, like a lot of different things are moving around. If you want to go ahead and make survival checks, as you move deeper from like the plains to like a wooded area, and now it's getting marshy underfoot. Not quite enough to be difficult terrain yet, but getting there. Okay, that 25 will most assuredly do it. Alright. So, you begin to look around. You recognize these, like, small, claw-footed tracks, Ludwig. It looks like a small group of kobolds has come through here recently.
Ooh.
You're able to...
on the list.
Yes, there are some kobolds on the bounty list. You would know that it hasn't been very long. These tracks look pretty fresh, and they just lead a little bit deeper into this like hex on the map, basically, kind of near the bottom edge of it. So up to you guys. Do you want to try to follow the tracks stealthily, or would you like to kind of just try to put as much speed into it as you can, close the gap quickly? It's kind of the trade-off here.
I'm not very stealthily, so.
Stealthy would be like a group
to go
check.
after him?
Say that again?
Do we want to go after them?
I mean, the list did show kobolds to be an issue around here. We don't have to fight them. Just maybe find out where they're going or where they're staying at.
Just get some more information, maybe.
Yeah, that could work.
I look around the group. Is everybody kind of on board?
Derek's just like, but whatever you need.
All right. Well, why don't we
You say jump, I say how high.
go after them somewhat stealthily if we can.
All right. Go ahead and we'll do a group stealth check here. Got 4 PCs today. Regrettably, Solid's not here at the moment. But I will say, if we want to substitute kind of one of the animals in here to get a majority breaker, I think 5 would be a nice number. All right. Cool. All right. Now I'm gonna roll, and let's see if these kobolds are smart enough to spot. All right, so they got to get below an 11 total for this to be a group success. Man, kobolds are real dumb. You approach. So
Right,
you see there is this weird clearing up ahead that's not filled with the same undergrowth as normal. It's filled with these radishes, it looks like. Some sort of similar plant. People can make a nature check to see if they can figure out what the fuck's the deal with these plants. Yeah, I think you guys will figure it out on that. Alright. Cool. You would know that these are moon radishes, kind of a local delicacy in the Greenlands. The kobolds in question are currently just stuffing their faces with them. Does anyone here speak Draconic?
Yes.
You do? Okay. I'll say that, it wasn't the most stealthy approach, even though they didn't notice you. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you listen in to their little conversation. You speak Draconic as well, Galen?
Oh, you only wanted people who spoke Draconic. I don't.
Yes, I speak Draconic too.
Okay. On the low roll, if you did speak Draconic, so you'd be talking something about let's not tell the rest of the tribe, and all just gibberish. On that 16, Grellin, you listen in, and you hear something about actually the bounty on the board that you guys saw. One of the kobolds is like, "Listen, we have a good thing going here, good food. But look, if we don't bring it back to the rest of the soot scales, and they find out we have full bellies, they're gonna want to know what happened." One of the other one kind of chimes in. He's like, "I don't know about that. Listen, let's just, eat some more when we get there, pretend we're hungry, or make some grumbly noises. They're not gonna figure it out. Alright. I guess even if they did, they wouldn't. It's a little far afield for them to want to follow us. So you guys know specifically the Kobold in the Hills bounty. The task is the Soot-scale kobolds dwell in a cave somewhere in the Kame lands. Normally they're not a problem, but seem to be riled up lately. The completion is either slaying the kobolds or forge an alliance of peace with the kobold tribe. You know the Sword Lords are offering a reward of 800 gold pieces for either of those solutions. I'm also going to put a little plant marker, so if you guys need to come back later, you know this is the moon radish patch.
I point to I wave to the group and I point to myself and make like a walking motion with my fingers out into the field and kind of shrug my shoulders like, what do you think?
I have my bow and arrow ready. And I kind of shrug.
Alright. In that case, this is one of like the many possible encounters of this, so I'm going to bring us to kind of a more general map. This is not specific to the books. If Roll20 would like to load, we're in the more swampy region now.
Just as a point, I did translate what they said to the group.
Gotcha, okay. You do indeed let them know. You guys are kind of approaching from the north relative to their camp, so you guys can place your tokens. I'll say you're being stealthy, maybe somewhere around like this big tree or rock, or by that fallen tree if you want to drop your stuff. I'm going to put the kobolds, reveal them on the map. Where are my little lads? Alright, you see there, just up ahead, there are 4 of them. They are all gathered around, some of them are, honestly, I'll say 2 of them are probably prone. They're just flopped eating fucking radishes. So, they have not spotted you. We will go into a surprise round here. Alright, sorry, there's a new formula thing that'll help with our turn order here, but I had to clear our last order. If you guys want to click your tokens and roll initiative. I'm going to roll the kobolds in anyway, even though they won't act in this first round as a surprise round. Alright, 1, 2. Got Grellin, Ludwig, Trell, and Avon. Okay, cool.
Okay, so Ben, at this point, what would Avon know about kobolds, if anything?
I'd say first of all, just as a general, I think most of you guys would know this from living in the region. I'd say, yeah, even like the peasantry would know, like kobolds, small, dumb, dangerous in big numbers, right? Like this is something that like maybe even like a farm hand would still be able to like take a kobold with like a pitchfork. But overall, they can get dangerous. You would also know that they are sometimes the crazy myths about them is they work with more powerful beings. I'll say anything else. Go ahead and give me, this will be a nature check if you have it, to try to figure out any other facts about these kobold lads.
Nope, not me. So generally antagonists, they pretty much evil pests, nuisances.
Yeah, you would think like pretty normally they're viewed as antagonistic. It's like they are intelligent, like it's possible to talk to them, so that treaty option on the poster is not like entirely, impossible, just kind of unlikely.
So kind of like gnomes. You can talk to them, but
Yeah, kind of like gnomes. Or halflings in the entirety of the War for the Crown campaign. I will say though, on the 19 and 14, Trell and Ludwig, one of the things that makes the kobolds dangerous is that they are like notorious for setting up traps wherever they go. Those who delve into their lore know they are like master traps, or master users of traps, trap masters. So with that knowledge, we can start our surprise round. Grellin, what would you like to do? You're about, let's see, how far away are you? 45 feet from the nearest one? I'll mark the ones that are actually prone. Yeah, they will activate trap cards, for sure. They're actually just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In the radishes right now. But in character, I'm going to mark 2 of them as prone. Just so you guys know which ones are which. I'm just going to put a little orange dot on the 2 that are laying down. Alright. Grellin, what's your move?
First, he will try and stealth.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
nice stealth.
I mean, I don't even think they could beat that on anything. Yeah, you approach very stealthily to them. Also, I believe while you're sneaking, you move at half speed, though. So I think there's a rogue talent later that you can take that lets you move full speed.
Yep.
I say I believe because I don't play a lot of rogues. Like the big armor boys.
So yeah, I can move to about there. Kind of standing on the water, kind of on the land. And he will project his voice, and in Draconic, he will say, "Assist my allies in aligning with the soot scales, and we will not convey to them that you are sneaking rations."
Are you trying to say this while staying hidden?
Yeah, kind of just like
Okay,
they can't tell where it's coming from, but
I would say honestly, even with a penalty, yeah, they roll pretty bad. I don't think they would know. So your voice kind of, echoes through the marshes here as we begin to get into the soft wetlands. There's lots of insects buzzing and other such sounds. One of them looks up and in Draconic is just like, "Who's there? Show yourselves! We're not sneaking anything!" Do you want to do anything else or go to Ludwig? Well, I gotta put Ludwig to
I'll gesture for the rest of the party to move forward, but he'll just yell, "How dare you question me?"
Okay. They seem a little worried right now. Also, new thing, I added this turn order tracker so we can highlight whose turn it is. And just so I don't end up double clicking by accident as I sometimes do, if you look in the chat under your icon, there's an EOT that marks it as end of turn, which I just clicked by accident. Sorry. But let's put it back on Ludwig. There we go. So now when you're done, you can just click it.
Oh, cool.
Alright, so what would you like to do, Ludwig? For all intents and purposes, it's still a surprise round. So they can't act. So if you want to try to run up, you could. Up to you.
You know what? We'll run up. It's right here.
Okay. You kind of dash out from cover as they look. Go ahead and draw your path out for me as you move. So you would have gone from, like, over the tree. Do you think that would be a pretty fair path?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and along that path, go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice something as you're running. That will do it. So you're going to be able to dodge around it, and it is not effectively. It would have made an attack roll against you. But you see, there's like a small, rusty, very like improvised looking bear trap that you just jumped over it. But now you know it's right there.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can see it's like not even like originally meant for that. It's like other bits of metal that they like cobbled together.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn? If not, either I can move it or you can go ahead and click the EOT button and it'll go to them. I'm going to end their turn because this is still the surprise round. So, Avin, that is you.
All right. So I'm going to shoot the one on the far right.
Far right? Go for it. Oh, yeah, that'll nail him. Let's see. You pull back. Is this the new bow that you picked off? Yeah, you picked off the dead guy.
Yep.
You pull back this ex-bandit's bow, goes flying forward to the one on the right, and as he's like forming like a shout to be like, "They're coming in, get ready!" in Draconic, you just right through the side of the head as he's turned to look at his friends. He goes down.
I prepare for my shot for the next round.
All right. Trell, 'tis you.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not doing diplomacy anymore.
I mean, hey, maybe this put you on a stronger negotiating stance, I suppose?
I didn't speak Draconic. I thought we were attacking.
In common, I'll say, let's try diplomacy, and then I'll say in Draconic, this is a symbol of our strength. We are very strong, and we would like to be friends with you. Do you accept our friendship?
Yeah.
So first of all, I will say, someone in the chat did give you a spot hidden, which so you wouldn't be able to fail this check, Trell, but you ran over another trap as well.
Oh, good.
There's one kind of like back here-ish. But you, jump right by it. I'm going to say on 18 and 19, the two that are already laying down just like full prostrate themselves before you. The other one turns around, still holding just like a little tiny spear in one hand. He's like, in Draconic, is like, I surrender. Don't kill, don't kill. He like yells in like broken common at that point. Don't kill.
We accept your surrender.
Alright. If we accept the surrender, I'll take us out of that order.
We're accepting surrender. Who knew? Alright.
Alright. So yeah, you got 3 alive kobolds right here in the middle of the Moonradish patch. What's the move?
Well, Nico's going to join me.
Okay.
For more intimidation factor.
They look definitely a little uneasy as a large black hound moves out of the underbrush.
I don't want to move anywhere because there might be traps. And my perception sucks.
Fair.
Very fair.
So I guess I'm going to cover them.
All right. That was weird. Okay, sorry, my audio cut out second here, a second. All right. Do you ask them about the traps?
Me? No, I only speak common.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll ask them where the traps are.
Ah, I don't remember where he put them. Just like gestures at the dead friend. But we'll show you the rest that we have put around. Alright. Let me go ahead and reveal all but the dead guy's traps. Once they point them out, they're pretty easy to spot. You like see where they've covered them with like leaves and sticks and stuff.
All right.
Can I
So
try
probably
to perceive the last traps?
Oh yeah, give me a perception check so you can spot the dead dude's traps. Yeah, you guys pick out the last two. Looks like they had one more over by that fallen tree and another by the boulder.
man, my Chrome is screwing up dramatically.
Did you update it? I know mine was messing up yesterday and I had to update it.
I did update it, and that doesn't seem to have helped.
Do you have any extra plugins running or anything that might mess it up? I don't know.
Possibly. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. I'll try to be overly descriptive then while you do that. Alright, cool. So yeah, you guys find the remaining traps. You have found all of them now. It looks like each of them are carrying 2 traps on them for this excursion. You let us go? We surrender.
We'll let you go. We just want to talk for a little bit first.
Talk? We can talk.
It seems like you're hungry. Is everything all right with the tribe?
Tribe strong, tribe good. It's competition.
Well, who is taking the tribe's food?
Well, you know go ahead and give me a sense motive check as he like looks. His eyes are very obviously like darting side to side.
It's a 30.
All right. You can definitely tell that. Weirdly, kobolds not usually ones to stand up to anybody. That being said, it looks like his pride's been hurt a little bit. Like he doesn't want to admit that they're doing bad for some reason.
I kind of kneel down so I'm more on his level.
Okay.
I ask as a potential friend if your tribe had a nuisance that was making it hard for you to get food, but it wasn't a big enough nuisance for the mighty tribe to deal with. Well, then perhaps my friends and I could deal with that nuisance for you, and we could be friends.
Is this all intercomic?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay. Enterprise. All right. Make a diplomacy check. This is very good explanation. I'm saying it's definitely going to lower the DC here. Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey, Will, you're just coming up with Perform Oratory each time. Do you get to use that?
Versatile performance, I can use it for diplomacy and sense motive.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Gotta love versatile performance. That was a good 2 to pick. Okay. So he's like, listen, we are at war with mites. And we have, of course, Chief Chief Sootscale, he doesn't want anyone to know that we are losing or doing badly against such pitiful foes. If anyone has it, let me see. Yeah, they are counting as. Yeah. This would be a knowledge nature check to learn about mites.
So are you guys translating this at all, or is it just all electronic?
I imagine. Are you guys passing this on? I imagine one of you could like be talking while the other draconic speaker is translating.
Yeah, Grelin would translate the whole time.
Okay, we have like an active translator going as a relay. Okay.
Oh, I know mites. I hate them. They're disgusting little creatures.
Yeah, with those droids, you guys would agree with him. They are disgusting little creatures. They are these like little squat, hideous fae. Very, very small. Perhaps like averaging the tallest is 3 feet, usually lower than that. They're kind of these like mushed up blue faces. That being said, they are, if anything, perhaps even weaker than kobolds are. And he seems to be fucking embarrassed about it.
Could you show us on a map where the mites are?
They do know their way back to their lair. Alright. I think I'd say perhaps we could try. We don't use maps. They're tricksy to read. We follow the paths the ancestors laid. Yeah.
Of course.
You unroll a map. He'll give it a roll here so you can better pinpoint.
Okay. Yeah, we'll unroll the map and take a look.
All right. Okay. He would tell you that there is. He's like, there is a old sycamore tree. He does his best to pinpoint it on the map. Looks like, hard to say how exact he's being, but somewhere in the realm of like due south from Oleg's trading post. From where he's indicating, it's a bit farther out in the plains. You think each of those hexes is like 12 miles, by the way. With that as knowledge, maybe closer to like 36 miles away. So almost like over half down, your north-south distance on your charter.
You have done very well. We will see about these nuisances.
One of them looks up, kind of surprised. You help the Sootscales?
If the Sootscales would be our allies, then of course.
They kind of like babble really fast, like, yes, we'll try, we will talk to Chief Sootscale. What do we call you when we talk to him on your behalf?
Well, that's a good question.
The no scales.
There we go, yeah.
Wait, did you say the nose scales or the no scales?
No scales.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, that was very quick and very specific. Alright, the band of no scales. We will go as quickly as we can. And if you guys let them, they just like sprint off into the underbrush.
Grelin asked a question in chat.
Oh yes, let me see that. Our food situation is not. We will not starve, but our rations are thin while we are at war.
Are we really going to make friends with these nuisances?
Well, We don't have to make friends. We can definitely use their assistance for now. I mean, they're not to be trusted by any means,
No.
but we can use all the help we can get right now. We're in here by ourselves.
So you think maybe use them to help take out the mites or something?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
And
Seriously,
again,
if I had to pick between kobolds and mites, kobolds every day.
oh, 100%.
I think they would, sorry, go ahead.
We can also use them as, like, at least scouts for us.
And the
Potentially.
kobolds in this area haven't been historically nuisances.
Exactly.
They've kept to themselves. This
Yeah.
mite invasion is the only reason that they've become pests.
Yep.
I
That
think
could be a benefit to us.
Yeah, I think they would also tell you, like, bites in the sycamore, and if you need to find us again, Smooth, no scales, we are in some caves, just below there. He gestures on the map, like, a bit farther south to the caves. The Sootscale Caves, caves of our ancestors, yes, yes, yes! Alright. Well, first of all, you guys do get some XP from that, as if you had defeated them.
Yeah, are we just doing
Milestone?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, we can do milestone. I forgot about that. Okay. So if that's the last question, they're going to run off into the underbrush. All right. With that in mind,
Encounter counts as a success. Good job, everyone.
hell yeah. I'm gonna bring us back to the world map. It's only been especially on horseback and with that rather simpler terrain from the the plains where Oleg's trading post is into this first part of the march. It's only been 2 hours. So, I mean, you guys talked to him a little bit in the morning. We'll say it's still probably only 9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, let's explore this entire hex so we can mark it off our to-do list.
Right. I would say with that encounter, that's basically the encounter. You found pretty much everything on this hex, both the moon radishes, the camp, and the 4 soot scales.
Ooh, those radishes. Does anyone know if they're even useful to anybody?
They're a delicacy. We should harvest them and take them back as a gift to Oleg and his wife.
Would be a bad idea.
Yeah, you know that they are for sure a delicacy around here.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Let's just all pitch in and get her done.
Yep.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Alright. So, also you guys, can spend maybe half an hour gathering moon radishes. You basically one big bag of moon radishes. This is enough for a while. Alrighty.
So, do we have enough time to explore another hex?
I would say so. I mean, it depends when you want to get back to the trading post. It's only 9:30 right now, basically, in the day. So it's still pretty early morning.
I also wanted to ask, so, is there a kind of trail on this around here, or are we just off the beaten path?
Do this part. There are game trails through this hex, but not an actual, road or something wide enough for a cart or anything like that.
Okay.
Should we explore here? And that way we have the area around Oleg's trading post to the west taken care of.
Sounds
Would
good
be
to
a
me.
bad idea, yeah. Are we gonna put down some trail markers or something like that to know at least to get back to these radishes for now?
Grelin is updating the map.
Okay.
Yes, Golem does have the
Everything's
updated
getting
map.
marked on the map.
Alright. That is totally fine then. So you want to go to the hex Like directly to the west side of Oleg's?
Yeah.
Alright. I will reveal that one next then. Trying to get the prettiest hexagon. Oh, it's gonna bug me. Okay. Alright, so this, again, is kind of bordering the Gnarl Marshes here. A lot of plains. Go ahead and, depending on which one you want to make, either make a perception or a survival check as you begin riding across the plains. Okay. Alright. I'd say on the, so we got 22 survival and the highest perception is an 18. As you guys begin riding through there, you become pretty convinced that this appears to kind of be a blank area of plains. You have really long sight lines for this area. Does not seem to be a lot here. Not even a lot of hills or elevation.
Makes it pretty easy to update the map then, doesn't it?
That is very true, yes. Alright.
So, what time of day, how long will it take us to get back to Oleg's?
So for that, let's see, you guys are... So let me consult, there's like a specific stolen lands table depending on environment. Alright, so you guys have the horses now. The horses, alright, that's good. Let's do the plains. To fully explore the rest of that hex is going to bring you to starting to get closer to evening, so about like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. You could potentially explore one more, but doing so would mean that like it would become dark during the exploration, if that makes sense. So you'd have to like travel back in the dark.
We don't want to really do that yet.
Yeah, I'm okay if we take it easy. You know, baby steps.
Okay.
Let's head back to Oleg's and get a good night's sleep.
Hell yeah, you guys return to Oleg's.
Yeah, we don't want to be caught out here at night. There are derricks in these woods.
Mm.
Terry's like, oh, very good, sir. Very good. I don't suppose, maybe, have I paid my dues?
Like a single day of non-banditry does not make up for years of banditry, sir.
Yeah, that's
How long
fair.
were you a bandit?
A day?
Sense of that.
Just auto nat 20 is like the most obvious of lies. Oh, Ludwig though, maybe. No, I'd say you. Wow, he's only been abandoned for 1 day? That's crazy. No, you're pretty confident that it's not the case.
No.
Oh my goodness. Alright. So we can kind of switch back over to Oleg's trading post. Alright. Who are you guys talking to as you kind of come on in?
I hand the bag of radishes to Avid and tell him he should go talk to Oleg.
So I go and talk to Svetlana. And say, here, we found these out there. Kobolds were after him. I hope they're good.
Is that a whole bag of moon radishes?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Look, we've been under a lot of stress here, and Oleg's favorite meal is moon radish soup.
Oh, what a wonderful coincidence.
I wonder why.
Look, these are exceedingly rare. Do you mind if I pay you for your time? This is very kind of you.
If you feel that's appropriate.
She hustles back into the actual treasure room, back here on the map.
Dang, they have a treasure room?
All right, well, the room with the best lock in their fort.
If you had
one
a
up here.
treasure room.
But she comes out. She pays you 250 gold pieces.
I had no idea they were that valuable.
They're very a delicacy. This would be people would go out with pigs, kind of truffle hunting. Maybe you find a few on an outing. You guys found a whole patch.
Wow.
Aren't they like a painkiller?
What was that?
Aren't they like a painkiller?
They can also, you think they also have some medicinal properties.
What they kind of did in the Kingmaker video game, so that's what they kind of hinted at.
They do. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if they have I know they have them in the video game. I can't remember reading if they have the mechanical healing property in this. But I will double check. I'll say honorable. They might kill some pain. After you hand that though, she comes back to you, counts out the gold. Where were you headed after that?
Well, if there's still a little bit of daylight left, Mishka and Avon will go explore and see if there's anything to hunt in the vicinity of the fort.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check. Let's see if you can gather some rations of meat or deer, whatever you're hunting. Ooh, yeah, I got the scent. I'll say Mishka picks out a. This clearly not as big as Tusk Gunner is. But you find a small pack of clearly juvenile wild boars that you'd be able to tackle together.
Ah, excellent. How many of them am I able to get?
That's it. You tracked them pretty good. I'd say total from them, you'd be able to scavenge 8 rations.
All right.
And a ration is for a whole day, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So I'll bring this back for let's say someone else to clean and butcher.
One, two, three, not it.
Oleg
has a lot of experience.
Yeah, Oleg and Svetlana pretty happily are oh, we'll butcher them, yeah. Keep a few scraps for themselves.
I ask Oleg if he's interested in making a trade. I'll fix his 3 other catapults if he gives us 1.
That's a pretty good deal. You mean you'd fix all 3 of them?
Yeah.
I mean, right now they're just messed up, broken wood. I'd rather have 3 functioning ones than 1. Yeah, you got yourself a deal there.
All right, we'll shake on it, and I go to work.
All right.
And the first day is not productive.
Yeah, it was definitely not productive.
They were in worse shape than you thought.
Yeah, you kind of go up and hoping to salvage some of that wood. One of the pieces is you pick it up and it just breaks with termites inside of it. And you're oh, this is gonna take some more materials and time than I have right now.
Can I attempt to help him with an undisabling device?
What? An undisabling device? No. I think that was his time of repair. All right.
Any chance we could take a quick 10-minute break?
Yeah, we can take a quick 10-minute break there. I was about to give you guys a handout. That'll give me a second to make sure it looks good. All right. Let's take a break. Let's get some water. After the break, anything you need to do. For those watching, I'm going to run a quick ad, and I hope to see you back in a bit.
Is Bloodwood back?
And our left.
Oh, okay.
Never left,
Hey.
baby. He's back. Alright. Cool. So we took a pause there. We got some lovely rations. Haven's gonna, develop banks and uplift the economy of the stolen lands to heights never before seen reached.
That's the plan.
Hell yeah. Alright. Cool. Is there anything else you guys are trying to do before you take a night's rest?
Do you guys think there's anything we need to do?
Not for me.
Not
Gremlin
necessarily.
wants to do something after everyone falls asleep.
Well, I mean, I have to get up and entertain people, so I tell them the story of how Avon the Merciful came upon a band of kobolds and convinced them to unite with us against a common foe.
The Merciful. Love it. Alrighty. In that case, I guess we will go ahead and go to sleep. You're waiting for them to go to sleep, Growling?
Yes.
Acknowledged. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I think, no reason to really have a watch set. You guys are in a fort. Ludwig, I'm just saving your new token so I don't have to do this again.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There we go. Okay, cool. You're good. Alright. Growling, what's your plan? They kind of wait till everyone, goes to sleep.
He just wants to take a little sneak peek in the money room.
So just to see what's there?
Yes.
Alright.
Is there.
It is, I'll show you on the map, it is directly across from their bedroom. Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you move in there. The murder doesn't happen in the abridged version of the story. Stealth check. They get the typical penalties for being asleep. Alright, nothing seems to happen as you work your way to the back of the central building, or the main building of this fort. On the door itself, there's like a rather nicer padlock, like a rather nicer lock than was on the outer shed. So go ahead, if you want to make a check, you can try to pick that lock. And we'll see if you make it in. Disable device, 21. Despite the better quality of this lock, that does pop it open. I'm going to say since, they didn't wake up or anything, you're going to have the time here to look around at what they currently have stocked. I'm going to put this in the chat as well, because it is just a lot of stuff. There's leather armor, a heavy wooden shield, hand axes, javelins, longbow, 2 dozen arrows, a scythe, 2 spears, 2 potions of cure light wounds, potion of shield of faith +2, pretty good potion, 2 vials of antitoxins, 6 torches, 2 extra weeks of trail rations, a number of animal furs worth a total of 120 gold pieces, and a chest containing, this used to be the savings of this place, 1,080 copper pieces, 577 silver, and 140 gold.
He literally only takes back the 2 gold he gave them earlier.
You reach in the chest and take back the 2 gold that was paid earlier.
It's like, I thought they were poor. They don't need this. I'm taking it back.
You do that, you close the money box back up. Nothing else has been touched. You go back out, locking the door on your way out. And if that's all you do...
goes back to sleeping outside.
Alright, you post up outside, maybe lean your back against the wall, boots out in front of you to catch some Z's. Alrighty. We wake up the next morning. And you said you're sleeping outside, girl? In that case, you're the first one to see this guy. You see, the doors have just been opened for the morning by Oleg to bring in business. Grelin, your eyes kind of, open slowly to the morning light, and you see this guy standing over you. Hello there, friend! Pleasure to meet you!
I instinctively swing.
Give me an attack roll just with your fist. Add your strength to it. Strength and D&D. He's just immediately in your face. Did you make an attack roll? Grelin?
No, because I do not have that on my sheet innately.
Okay, you can just do like a dagger or something, and we'll just know it's a fist. It's not going to be a huge difference plot-wise. You definitely sock him across the jaw, and he's just like, oh, you got old Boken there. You new in town? Fully just a fort.
I'm gonna take several steps back. And then maybe, who are you?
Name's Boken. Spits on the floor. I'm a potion maker. Live just down the way. Does not point in any direction, just says that.
Just most confused, concerned face that Grelin is making. And then we'll just yell towards the establishment, "We have a visitor!" And
you guys probably all hear that, waking up in the morning. Oleg definitely comes over to you and is just like, "Oh, yeah, that's Boken. He's a potion maker." That's right. I make the odd potion. You looking for potions?
what do you have? And are they safe to drink?
Oh, are they safe to drink? He asked if they're safe to drink. I believe that's only he asked if they're safe to drink. They're safe to drink.
Can I sense motive?
Yeah, you can sense motive on him. He might be trying to poison you guys. It's hard to tell. 6. He's very eccentric.
I pat him on the back. Good man, good man. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go find the latrine somewhere.
You wander away to the latrine. As you wander away, but I'll say Boken kind of turns back to Grelin if you are still there, and it's just like, now don't suppose a new person come to town, you'd be able to do something for me?
I did something for you by not killing you as soon as I woke up.
Oh, I must admit, that's very kind of you here.
What is it that you need doing?
He's like, look, I made something to put on the old the bounty board over there. I'm just gonna put this on the map really quick. He hands you what he basically is his version of a quest on the board. You unravel says, I need fangberries for potions. Spoken. No specifics.
Where do you find fangberries? How much are you paying?
Oh, if you you head out there, it's about what do you say, like about 55 miles southwest of you. That's where I found a bunch of them growing, a large thicket of them, but I'm running low. Listen, you do that, I'll give you, what do you say, 25% off all my potions for the whole month.
Why don't you go get them, though?
Oh, it's the stolen lands out there. It's dangerous. You all seem well equipped, well provisioned.
Do you have potions of cure wounds?
I do, sir. I do. I got a couple of cure light wounds on me and cure moderate wounds. We've got a few. Like you've seen much nicer in like the capitals and like actual cities of Brevoy. His are like in these like earthen clay jugs.
Tell you what, we'll get you. Sorry, go ahead.
That's like moonshine.
Does it look like moonshine? He's like, I can brew some moonshine too if that's what you're fixing for. But these are potions cure wounds.
It didn't look like moonshine.
It definitely looks a little like moonshine.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do you have potions of haste?
Potions of haste. No. That's big magic. I don't have that.
That's too bad. Those things are amazing. I could fire off so many arrows with those.
Yep. It's make you move real fast. He says at like lightning fast pace.
I mean, we could possibly do this for some cure light wounds potions, but we wouldn't do it for a percentage off.
Give me a diplomacy check. See if he'll just let go of some stock instead. Yeah, he's like, you know what? I could let go of my stock. I really need these berries. Also, mechanically, he is an adept, so he's not even like one of the real casting classes. He very limited spells.
So it's a misnomer.
What about a couple of cure lights and a cure moderate?
That sounds amenable, yes.
All right, those on delivery of just as many fangberries as you can carry. They're red, they're juicy, a little bit pointy at the bottom, kind of looks like a fang.
I look at Ludwig. You'll know them, right?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Just like slowly eats a fangberry you had in your pocket. Uh-huh. Totally fine.
Well, I imagine we can see if we run across them then.
Thank you.
And ask Oleg, do you know where he's talking about?
Oleg's like, 55 miles southwest. I can check my chart, see what's near there that might, be conducive to a whole area of berries.
Well, you have a chart of the area? Could we look at it?
Yeah, it's just a kind of a general map. I try to fill it in as people, tell me stories, but honestly, it's a little hard to tell what's hearsay and what's not.
Well, we'd love that we could go check it out for you.
Yeah, I suppose. Sure. I can try to let you know. He brings you back into like this meeting room up here in the main building, and just unrolls this like a thick vellum sheet of a map with just black pen marks on it. Not very detailed or colorful, but gets the job done. Let's see what he's added so far. So in addition to stuff that you guys have already heard and like leads you've already gotten, he does tell you. He points out the Shriek River, which is a little bit to the to the southwest of you guys. He's like, so I know that there's a bridge that used to be a crossing of the river over in this section. He indicates from where you guys are now, like hex-wise, probably like 2 or 3 hexes southeast. He's like, I heard that the old bridge keeper, I heard he passed on, but they say his ghost is haunting the bridge crossing. Sounds like, trapper nonsense to me, but that's what I've heard. So he kind of points at this location of this supposedly haunted bridge, but it's the first, solid river crossing you guys have heard about so far. Like, there's a lot of rivers in this region. This is like, it seems to be an actual crossing point.
That would be helpful.
The second thing that he points out is more of a general area. So he's kind of like made a big red circle on the map. So mechanically, this area would cover like a central hex and the ring of hexes around it. But he highlights this section almost in closer to the center of the Gnarl Marshes. From where you guys have explored on the map, perhaps 24... taking the whole circle, the nearest edge of the circle is probably about 20 miles from you. Farthest edge is probably about 40 miles from you. It's like, I heard somewhere in this area, along the kind of squints at it, like, yeah, that would be the Skunk River on this side of the map. There's some weird little frog people there. It kind of gives them a little bit of a description. If anyone wants to, they can make a... Make sure I got the right knowledge for them.
You think they're evil frog people?
Well, the one trapper who told me about that seemed to think so. The reason this area is so big is he followed a herd of pretty sizable deer there, and was trying to hunt them for their pelts and leather and stuff. But
that's interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he got a good number of them, but there could still be some out there. But he said, and that's why he circled the whole area. He kept having run-ins with them. He said he tried talking to them, but they didn't. They just yelled gibberish back at him, like, and didn't know what they were saying. Said they scared the living daylights out of him, though, especially when they kind of inflate their throat, like those frogs do. Scared the dickens out of them. Based on the description, you go ahead.
Sorry, please finish this. It was something else.
Oh, I was going to say, if you want, they could make a lot of knowledge nature checks this session. This would be a knowledge nature check to figure out what creature this might be. 10's not going to do it. 15 and 13 will, though. It's got to be, yeah. 15 and 13, these sound like boggards. Kind of bulbous, toad-like head on a short body, very greenish skin. The final thing that kind of gave it away is that croak was scaring the guy. They can do like a terrifying croak that you gotta make a will save against, or potentially become shaken. Or even frightened, in some cases.
Oleg, the kobolds said that they were fighting against some mites. Have you seen any mites around?
No, I'll be honest, I don't really know what a mite is. What is that?
It's an evil little fey thing with a big bulbous head. They're gross. And they're mean.
I haven't seen any of those ever near the fort, but some of the other folk came to the trading post, so you could ask around. Maybe one of them might have seen something. But yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
You heard anything about a big sycamore tree?
Let's see. Let's see if he's heard something. He's like, yeah. There's a quite a large sycamore actually. It's about. This is one of my few excursions out there. Let's see. Sorry, I'm mathing out what the ruler of the distance is. Like maybe 24, 30 miles, almost due south of us. A bit southeast. So he kind of narrows in your direction a little bit on the map for where the sycamore is. He's like, honestly, I don't think you'll miss it. It's pretty sizable.
Interesting.
Let me see if I can make sure I get the scale right for it. But he's like, it's about 30, 40 odd feet tall. But the real thing about it is that it's very wide. It has a very thick trunk. Perhaps I'd say a 30-foot diameter. It's very, very thick tree.
Wow.
Sorry I can't be of more help than that. This region's still largely uncharted. I saw your friend, making a map out there. That's a good idea. Listen, if you find anything that might... I mean, you're not really under obligation to help me, but if you find anything dangerous, maybe you could mark it on my map, help the trappers out here so they might avoid something.
Well, I guess if we fail to resolve the issue, we could come back and mark it on your map. Hopefully there won't be too many of those.
He kind of grins at that. He's like, a couple of days ago, I would have said that's more cocky talk from another party sent down here, but I gotta say, it seems like your patron picked some good folks.
Even Preens, briefly.
Oleg kind of laughs and claps you on the back. He's like, "Oh, let me know if I can do anything else for you. You guys are proving to be pretty good tenants, I must say."
Well, I look around to the rest of the group. Well, I'm getting pretty antsy to get going. You guys ready?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should just go ahead and head out to where those berries were. Having a stock of healing potions might be useful down the road.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys over to the party of explored, obviously, and kind of, since you guys should still be able to see my ruler, just kind of give some general directions on what you've heard from these different clues. So you heard that tusk gutter, that big boar, somewhere in this direction. They speculated perhaps somewhere between 40 and 50 miles away. You guys heard about, he told you about that old haunted crossing. Sorry, I gotta zoom out a little bit to get these rulers to line up. Okay. That haunted river crossing seems to be down this way to the southeast. I'd say from the knowledge you got from the kobolds and Boken, you're pretty confident this arrow I'm drawing is the direction to go in for the sycamore. It's almost due south, a little bit to the east. And then... then the fangberries. Sorry, you were just asking about those. Fangberries, this way is the sycamore. Fangberry is almost the opposite. It's a little bit southwest instead, but a bit farther on, closer to 40 something, maybe 50 miles, whereas the Sycamore is closer to like 35.
All right. So are we going to explore as we go, or just hurry down there and explore on the way back or something?
Well, what's our biggest threat right now? Would that be Tuskar? He's caused the most damage.
Nah, he's not like an intelligence threat or anything.
Oh, but I mean, like, is he causing damage to a threat to people?
So that specific one. So, wanted poster for Tuskcutter. Every Greenbelt hunter has a story about Tuskcutter, each wilder than the last. Whoever manages to kill the ill-tempered beast will get a nice reward from old retired Veckel Benson. He lost his leg to the monster pig a year ago. Basically, deliver Tuskgutter's head back to Oleg's. This is where Veckel, the hunter, is kind of staying right now. He still has one leg. And he has said that he will give his bow to whoever does this, along with, he claims to have a small quiver of arrows that can magically hunt animals.
I mean, that sounds great, but man, I'd rather have the head for a trophy.
I mean, hey, maybe I'll let you keep it. This seems to be just kind of for, like, proof of death.
Right. Hey, if you guys want to go hunting, I'm always game for that. If you want to go get the fang berries first for the potions, that's fine too.
Well, not knowing the measure of the beast, other than that it took the hunter's leg, it might be nice to have those potions when we did face it.
That's a good point, yeah.
All right, so fang berries?
Sure.
Yeah, I say we head straight there, and then we search on map on our way back.
Fair enough.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's faster. So yeah, just so you guys know the chart, like there's a, like, did I give you guys that chart? I can't remember. Blank right now.
Traveling rules
Okay,
and
cool.
handouts.
Perfect. I thought I had, but yeah, so I was a little bit off at first, I was realizing, but yeah, there's time for travel and then time for exploration. So we'll correct that on this one. Okay, so you guys want to head to the Fangberries first?
Yep.
All right. So based on your description of where they are, you kind of have two paths here. So the most direct would kind of be like partially cutting through the marshes. Keep going this way a bit, kind of zigzagging down. If you wanted to avoid the marshes, you could also skirt like around the outside of them this way.
Oh, let's go around the outside.
Okay. In that case, you would probably want to head from Oleg's. Next square to travel through would be the one to his bottom right.
Okay.
All right. And we're not exploring that yet. We're just going through it. So I'm just going to reveal that, but not the if anything is on it. All right. Sorry, revealing hexagons is much harder than squares, is what I've learned. All right. So it'll take you guys about 3 hours to cut through those plains. Then you still want to angle toward the southwest. So I assume you want to go kind of back to the left now.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Next one revealed. Takes about another 3 hours. So we'll say for ease of play. Do you guys think you would spend some time at Oleg's in the mornings, or do you want our normal leaving time to be 8 in the morning or 9 in the morning?
Probably 8.
8?
Yeah, probably as early as possible.
Okay, yeah, well, we can say 8. Okay, so in that case, get through the first hex. It is 11 o'clock. Get to the next one. It's 2 o'clock. You can continue on that way. This one, you are going to encounter a river blocking your way.
Ooh.
So there's kind of some choices here. You could, this is the Thorn River. You guys could like attempt to just like ford the river, which will kind of be like a skill challenge to do that. Or you could try to spend time. You basically you have to explore that hex, which would take you like a day, but then you would find an actual crossing point. So
I think we should explore and find the best crossing point because we're probably going to need that a lot.
I agree, 100% there.
Yeah, agreed.
okay, cool. So normally it'll take you 1 day to explore the whole thing, which kind of gives you a couple options here. You could like start exploring it, then camp for the night, or like push through the night and just try to finish it out like in that day.
I think we should start and then camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
They can camp. Krellin would push through.
You want to try to push through in the dark?
Well, I can see in the dark.
That is true, but this is if you use the ruler, this area is miles across. If something goes down, the party will be pretty far.
Pretty far away and asleep.
Like, I mean, yes, like, if you see the arrow, I changed the distance to match the hexes on this, so about 12 miles per hex. So, I mean, hey, it's your character, you can try, but it might be pretty dangerous. These lands are not the safest.
He'll stay with the group. If Song was here, he would do it with
I feel like you guys would get some shenanigans going, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna camp there. Are you guys setting a watch rotation or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there's 4 of you. Who's taking what shift? Like, what's your order here?
I'll take first.
I'll take second.
I'll take last.
All right. Cool beans. Do some rolls here. I swear to God, I thought I just heard a whisper, and I just hope it was my cat doing something, because that scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. Genuinely, that startled the hell out of me. Okay. Alright. So, this is going to be, I'm going to need, Avon, you said you were 4th shift, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Alright. Got a 12 and a 12. Very fitting. You guys are very in sync. I'm going to go ahead and oppose that really quick.
And don't forget, there's all sorts of horses around too.
There are horses. Yeah, I'll give some checks to horses as well. I will say we didn't clarify this in the morning. Do you guys want to take Derek with you, or is he kind of back there?
Who brought him along in the first place?
Well, did he offer to come along to guide us in the first place?
Yeah, but I mean, so right now he's kind of just still a prisoner. Like, Oleg is keeping him locked up for now in that shed still with the other guy that survived.
So would he rather accompany us or be locked up?
If you give him the option, he probably will want to stay locked up.
When?
Maybe we can rotate them, give them each a day outside.
Oh my God. Alright, all right, you want to take Miles out, the other guy?
Sure, we'll try him out, see how he does in the wilderness.
At the moment he is sawing logs, just snoring. Perhaps where Derek is worried about coming out, this guy is perhaps not worried enough about being in the Stolen Lands. Alright, actually, so one of the horses rolled very high here. You see a horse off to the, Let's see. This is to the east side of camp. Yes, this will be to the east side of camp. Okay.
So, like, not one of our horses?
No, sorry. Like one of your horses is like kind of it senses something and like lets out like a whinny.
Okay, so Mishka and I will get up and see what we can discover.
Right. So I'm gonna bring you guys to your map. I'm actually gonna say it's on the west side is where this is coming in. That is not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. All right. So. No, sorry, I was right at first. It is east. So there is. Mechanically, I don't have a million different maps, but we'll say there's not a road on this part of it yet, but you're near the bank of the river.
Okay.
Whatever startled the horse is coming from like the woods this way. Well, in the Gnarl Marshes, excuse me.
Okay.
And I'll say, would you guys think you camp like right by the river, kind of in the middle, or closer to the forest edge? Where would you guys like put your stuff?
Probably not like right next to the river. Probably somewhere where the road is.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. Put a little campfire over here. Okay. So yeah, as the horse whinnies, you guys can get up here. Go ahead and give me another perception check, which you guys can do now that you are awake. Which is going to make this thing sneaking up a bit harder.
You know it's bad when the city boys break double digits.
Oh Lord, 17. All right. All right. Oddly enough, that is. Yeah, you hit his stealth exactly. All right. So we'll say this will be even combat instead of it just rushing out here. But you all see, I'll make its token a little bit bigger so you guys can see the art from, this is from the actual Kingmaker book. I do like it a lot. You see one of the local animals, a thylacine, is running out of the woods.
Being chased by...
Being chased by 6 other hylacines. Alright. Go ahead. Actually, before you roll, I'll keep that roll. I'm just clearing the ones from the last map. Which I would love if I could just set it not to do that. Would be the most ideal. Okay, go ahead and roll your initiatives in. Thylacine, for sure faster than the Kobold, so it's actually going to get something decent this time. Alright. Sending...
We all appear to be still asleep.
I feel like it's us city boys being like, oh, look, there's a wild animal. Isn't it majestic? Oh, it's coming right towards us.
Oh my god.
I mean,
horrible. Ludwig, did you roll in? Ludwig?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Just want to make sure you were there before we... Because... did you roll in? I didn't see. Maybe I deleted it by accident.
I'll do that right now.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know in case you do... Okay, yeah, so you do beat it. I thought it was going to be a thylacine first. Ludwig, that is you. As you kind of, rouse yourself near the campfire over here. You can see this majestic beast streaking towards you guys.
Alrighty.
And thanks to the horse winning, you guys do have enough time to, get up. I'm not going to roll them into combat, because that'll just take forever. But we'll say that they're not combat trained. They probably just bolt a little bit away from the camp and wait for this to die down.
Move to here.
Alrighty. Cool. Alright, that is the thylacine. It is seeing that its stealthy approach has kind of been thrown off here. It is going to take the charge action to run at you, Ludwig.
Cool.
So this will be -2 to its AC when it goes. +2 to hit right now. Rushes forward. What's your AC?
17.
17. It is going to bite you. It's going to be... Where are my dice? It's going to be 7 damage. Its powerful jaws kind of clamp down on your thigh. Unlike wolves, though, does not have the trip ability.
I thought you were at one with nature.
I am.
He is. Its teeth are touching him. They are one being. All right, now I jump down from the double-digit initiatives down to 5. You see this thing rush out and just bite him. Also, I don't know if people saw that, but it'll do a little blood effect when you subtract your health now.
Yes.
Okay.
That was cool.
I've had a lot of fun trying to get some more scripts to up the quality here.
Alright, so I'm going to move over to there. And I will take a single shot from point blank range.
Alright, you kind of run into the side while you draw your bow.
Oh no, it was ready.
It was ready. It kind of releases the teeth out of Ludwig and just jumps backwards a little bit. A pretty swift, dexterous creature, as it were.
Did you get skipped?
Did someone get skipped?
My dog did.
Oh, sorry. I must have hit sort before Nico was in.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll double back there. So, Avon will say you still took that shot, but yeah, you want to run your dog up there?
Yes. There.
Alright. Nico sprints forward. Is Nico mechanically a dog or a wolf?
Wolf.
Wolf. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure before I started describing it.
And does he know how to get into flanking position without drawing an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Hell yeah. We've trained our beast well. Okay, so yeah, he does, but in taking that time to get into flanking with you, Ludwig, loses a bit of that skill and is not able to connect the bite. So that would have been, Avon, was that, you hit the end of turn button, were you good? Alright, cool. I just want to make sure. Grellin, that is you.
Sleeping on a rock was put him at a disadvantage. He can't do anything here. So he will move his regular movement and then run again.
Yeah, but aesthetically, how cool is it? It looked like you were sleeping against the rock. Sometimes you gotta go for aesthetics. You leap to your feet and, despite not being able to attack, sprint over there. The thylacine begins to look a bit nervous as it is quickly being surrounded. Trell, that is you.
I'm going to walk over. And I'm going to do a bardic performance of Inspire Courage, so everybody has a +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Hell yeah. Are you orating?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm telling the story of mighty hunters who hunted the thylacine from the early days of mankind.
Oh, hell yeah. You guys hear this tale of the past triumphs of man over nature, the strength of perseverance, and you guys get that, inspiration to all your attacks and damage. Alright. Anything else for Trell?
Nope.
Cool. Ludwig, that is you. Oh, Trell, sorry. Let me fix your stuff. I realize it's not. You got your stuff. But Ludwig, go ahead and do your turn while I attend to this token.
Yeah.
Yeah, even with the flanking, it ducks out of the way.
Yep. There we go.
That will fucking do it, though. And is that max damage? Hell yeah.
Yep.
Alright, the thylacine is going to take its first damage here.
And also, he attempts to trip.
Okay, so that's... Yep, go ahead and make your trip attempts.
It's what, CMB? Yeah.
Yes, that is CMB. Let me double check the thylacine CMD here. Close, but not quite enough. It does manage to keep its footing. Although look at that bite, did a good chunk of damage to it. And I am going to be adding some dynamic lighting later for dungeons and stuff. Trell, do you have any shenanigans for your vision?
Nope, straight old human.
Okay. Just making sure. Alright, in that case, is going to go back to the thylacine, who won't show his aura for some reason, but we'll work on that. He's really packed in here. I'll say, honestly, he's probably going to try to keep going for the most wounded person, so he can bite himself a gap out of this arrangement without being op-attacked into oblivion. You said 17, right, Ludwig?
Yep.
That is a 15 total. Your shield comes up and stops its jaws. You kind of like put the shield right under its like lower jaw. It's like gnashing its teeth over the top.
Excellent.
Alright, that is its turn. Yeah, it's not going to try to run away out of that and put its back to everybody. Aiden, that is you.
Alright, well, people are having a hard time hitting this thing, so I line up and loose a few arrows.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I got that rapid shot. Oh, excellent fucking rolls. Yeah, your first shot was just a rangefinder. Now you've got it dialed in. 24 for 9, 23 for 5. Those will both absolutely hit. This thing was not bloodied yet, like so not at half health. Shoots way past bloodied. I can't, for some reason, I can't get its aura to appear, but if it was, I assure you it would be tinted quite red instead of green. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
All right. Grelin, this is you. Oh, my roll 20 is being a bit laggy. There we go.
Seeing it, Nash at my comrade here, I will use my rapier to swing at it.
Hell yeah. Go for it. All right. You bring the rapier down, stab right through its side. It keels over and collapses. One.
I'm just gonna add my sneak attack to it to see how much.
Yeah, go for it. You're absolutely flanking. You totally could. Max damage on the sneak and the rapier. Yeah. The point of your thin sword just perfectly goes through right to the heart. Kind of joining the arrows that were already riddled in it. All right, we're out of combat. Very efficient.
Oh, nicely done.
Excellent.
Good job, everyone.
Could have been worse. Could have been other scarier things out here, but you dealt with that promptly.
And Ludwig, how injured are you?
It's just a small scratch, nothing major.
Okay.
'Tis but a scratch.
Well, let me know, because I have recently been blessed by my god Aerodin with the ability to lay upon hands and heal them.
I mean, I could do some healing, it wouldn't hurt, but it's not required.
Well, I will go over and heal him.
Yeah, I mean, after this, you'll finish your long rest, so you'll get it back anyway. Well, rest, I guess. Short rest isn't a thing in this.
I am not very good at this yet.
You're still learning, well, we'll say if you want to help him, like, get bandaged up, we could do a heal check to see if you're healing. Because if you succeed the heal check, you'll heal 4 and be back at max Ludwig. But at the very least, you'll heal 2. Just from sleeping. Your body, natural rhythms, I guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a heal check, Ludwig, and kind of bandage up. I don't know what your druid, like, your nature knowledge of healing, put some moss in there to staunch the blood. Oh yeah, you've been bitten by wild animals before. You got this. You heal all 4 overnight.
Excellent.
Hell yeah. I mean, the 3 was low, but weirdly added up to exactly the Thylacines' total attack. Alright, with that, yeah, you guys would wake up the next morning. Oh yeah, I forgot, there's a little burst of green when you heal.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Forgot I did that. Right, cool beans. In that case, let's go back to our exploration map. I wish it would default you to where you were instead of just the lower black corner. Okay, so yeah, normally it would take the full day. I'll say you guys did spend a good chunk of yesterday, so we'll say, let's see, it was 2 when you started. Yeah, you easily only takes you, I'd say, half a day to finish this. And with that in mind, I'm going to, let's see, where's my bridge symbol? There it is. That is too big. You find the crossing at this river bend down here.
Okay, very nice. So we've got a half a day, and we can continue on.
Yeah. So you come to this like, just kind of like an old rickety bridge. As you get there, go ahead and make a perception check because you're looking at this new crossing. Alright, 23 and 24, that is pretty good. Alright, so, I would say on the 24 and 23, Nico maybe, kind of just growls a warning here. You guys can tell that this rickety bridge is, it's over kind of like a gulch in the river, about 20 feet deep at this point, kind of carved a trench. You would know that some of the boards are rotting and could fall through. I'll say with over a 20, you would know as long as you guys go like one at a time, you should be good.
Yeah, so we should walk our horses over.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Yeah, so you guys spot that, and you won't need to make any saves or anything to follow down the river. Alright, cool. So we still got a good chunk of the day left. We got half a day left.
Well, we continue heading to where we think the fangberries are.
In that case, yeah, you guys are going to continue to the southwest here. So I'm going to reveal the next. Oh, didn't need to put initiative on. I'm going to reveal the next chunk. Polygon reveal. Okay. I should make like a party exploration token for you guys to map where you are. I'll put a placeholder for now. Okay. So you guys, miles-wise from Oleg, to this point, have traveled about 44, 45 miles. It's about 40 once you hit that edge, just past the bridge. You would know at about 40 is where you're starting to look for the fangberries. So in theory, they could be somewhere in this area.
I say we just search the entire hex and get it mapped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So we'll do
yeah.
half in camp and then half again.
Exactly.
So what do you want? A survival check there?
I will say, yeah, give me a survival check. Depending on how it's going, you might find it during the first half of the day. That horse is enormous. I apologize. I was trying to make a little token to explore. All right. So I'll say with those survival checks, Ludwig and Grellin, you guys work together. The hex is not technically fully explored yet, but you are going to be able to find the Fangberry thicket that he was talking about. All right. So as you approach, you see this small thicket area. These like almost raspberry-looking berries. They are clumps, but they're shaped kind of like little fangs. They're a bit longer. Give me a perception check as you guys approach. Okay.
Are we ever going to find these berries? Where are they at?
Well, you can see the berries there. On the 16, 22, and 18, you need to declare 15 there. You guys see that there are kind of like gossamer thin threads spread around the bushes. You see the remnants of like old spider webs. You don't see any spiders, but you do see these webs. What do you guys do?
I light a torch.
All right, fair enough. You kind of advance into the thicket. It was a little dim, but now that you have the torch here, it is basically, everything is totally visible.
Heightened awareness.
Ooh. What exactly does heightened awareness add? Heightened awareness add? That was a tongue twister for some reason.
Plus perception and knowledge, and a +4 on initiative.
Gotcha. Alright, I will say, as the torch is lit, give me one last perception check. This will be easier, especially with that heightened awareness.
Ooh.
Alright. I think even with heightened awareness, that is not quite going to do it here. Where are my dudes? Alright, I'm going to bring you guys over to a new map. This kind of central area up here is the thicket. If you guys want to place yourselves basically just anywhere inside the thicket, since you didn't see these guys coming, there's going to be a surprise attack. It's a shame Song is not here because I'm actually using a token that they drew for our last campaign. Alright. So, climbing up out from in between the berries, these beautiful berry bushes, you see two big swarms of spiders forming up. Anyone that wants to, this is they count as vermin, so this would still be a knowledge nature check to try to identify them. Alright, that will do it. These are slightly... There are other spiders in Galarian that swarm. These appear to be a bit worse. These are what are known as chew spiders. Their bite is not necessarily venomous, but a bit more painful than the regular spider swarm. Alright, and I am going to have them... They're very not intelligent. This is going to be kind of random. Okay. Well, it's not really a choice. Nico's the closest. Alright, so first things first. One swarm is going to crawl over the bushes over Nico here. So, this is swarm damage, so it is going to happen. Normally, spider swarms do kind of have like a poison. Mechanically, these guys are of a stronger bite, but not poison. So this is going to be, where'd my die go? I have too many dice around me. There we go. Alright. Nico is going to take 8 damage as the spiders begin biting that black fur. Alrighty. Sorry, excuse me. And then go ahead and make me a make sure you get the DC right because that's a bit different. Okay, go ahead and give me a fortitude save. Yeah, not distracted at all. You're fine.
Perfect.
Right, in that case, I will randomly. This one is going to go toward Grellin. Also realized I must not have saved Trell's thing from the last map. I will go copy that in a second. Once I roll this damage. Alright, Grellin, you're going to take 2 damage. I need you to also make a fortitude save. You also make it. Alright. I'm going to clear our order. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Sorry, I was over top of Grellin there. There we go, now it's safe. Alright, they got a, okay, lucky number 13. Alright, hell yeah. Trell, you're up first with a 24. Wow, you guys rolled way higher this time.
I'll start telling the story of the itsy bitsy spider and how it was stomped under a bunch of boots.
Ah, the classic fable. Itsy bitsy spider getting absolutely curb stomped.
And I'll move over and end my turn. So everybody has a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Okie dokie. Grellin, that is you.
Do I think they would be easier to hit inside of the swarm or outside?
It'll be about the same.
Alrighty. He will just spin in a circle with his rapier, trying to hit something.
Okay. So here's the thing. You are whacking a lot of spiders. Mechanically, does not seem to be reducing their health right now, as you're just trying to squash them. But there are more and more take their place. I'll say on that those nature checks above, basically, since this is a swarm composed of fine or diminutive, that regular weapon is going to be real hard to damage them with. Alright. Nico, that is you next.
Where did that other swarm go? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, it's just right there. My swarm. All right. Cool. All right, so you go and you kind of start biting up all these little spiders. Again, though, it does seem that more are just kind of rushing to take their place.
Yeah.
Ludwig, that is you. As you kind of watch this happen, so yeah, you can tell like these individual attacks are not doing as much. These will spread out over more of them. You start crushing spiders as well.
Yep.
They are still cooking though. Oh, sorry, I double clicked. Back to the swarm. Okay. All right. All right. Now it's a 1 in 3 chance. I'm gonna just roll a d3. 1 Trell, 2 Grellin, 3 Avon. Grellin, they're hungry for you. That is going to be 7 damage. All right. I'll say I was kind of vague about like the mechanic, like the weapon damage when I heard. You think it would need to be like a type of damage that's not like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, the traditional weapon damages. Avon, that is you.
All right. So I'm going to swing my torch at it.
Ooh, that will certainly do something. Yep, absolutely hits the spider swarm.
How much damage will the torch do?
I believe torches do 1d4 minus 1, I think, base. I will double check. Seems to be the consensus. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. That seems to burn through a large swath of them. That did seem to affect the swarm. They start to kind of lose their cohesion a little bit.
Use fire.
All right. Back to the top. That is going to be back to Trell.
I do not have fire, so I am going to hit Grellin with a book.
Okay.
Well, not Grellin, but the spiders on Grellin.
I assumed the spiders, yeah. I think
to confirm the crit.
I will allow a little damage on a crit, even though this is technically still a weapon, as you just do what so many people across Galarian would do and crush a spider with a big book. It does not kill it though. Seems like it's still cooking. Grillin, that is you.
I wish someone was here with their burning hands.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate one to have without burning hands. Grillin, you there?
Can I throw dirt in their eyes? Their multitude of eyes.
Physically, yes, you could throw dirt at a bunch of spiders. Mechanically, what are you trying to do? A dirty trick or something?
Yes, a dirty trick.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, swarms do not have... So it's against their CMD, right? A dirty trick?
Yes.
Swarms don't have CMD, just because there's so many of them. Do you have any... I mean, you guys see Avon with a torch seems to be doing numbers, for sure.
No, I do not have a torch.
Well, if we lit Grelin on fire...
It's a hot take.
I mean, you could, because resistance.
That's a good point. Resistance is 5, right?
Yes.
So I guess, yeah, even if you guys coated them in oil or something, regular burning does a d6 per turn. So it might literally just do nothing. Just pure insanity that would be the case. Nico's getting a full meal of spiders over there, but the spiders are still crawling. Ludwig.
And same thing. Oh, no, not this time.
That one I think does, yeah, you try to avoid squashing the spiders on your companion, but don't really do much damage to them. Okay, this is spiders again. Grelin, did you move or are you still under them? I thought you had moved, but could not remember.
But actually, though, how flammable would you say?
Sorry, you cut out there. How flammable would I say what is?
A winter
A winter coat? Sorry, you're kind of cutting out.
blanket.
A blanket? Probably not super flammable.
It
like
would
a
work
thick
better if
blanket.
you doused it in oil.
Yeah, it could definitely absorb a lot of oil if it's a thick blanket.
We'll take that out instead of throwing the dirt.
Okay, you wrap the blanket around. You're like take it out of your pack. Swarm damage. Grelin, you are going to take... Okay, much less this time, 2 damage. Here, I can move the spiders off of you. Oh, you got it, okay. Alright, the spiders under Nico here. Oh, same damage. 2. They rolled really low that time. You just drag you out the way for a hot second. Wait, no. The other one needs to subtract, so you're good. Alright. Avon, that is you. Looks like these ones are... This swarm is past bloodied. So they're pretty hurt.
Okay, well, let's get them again. Is that going to hit?
Unfortunately, that does not hit. As you pull back the torch on the first swing, it's not that you're not skilled, but a bunch of, like, burning cobwebs and, like, dead spiders kind of fall around you, and you just have to, like, brush it away.
Yeah, and get the EBGBs.
Yeah, oh, yeah. For sure. Okay. Trell.
Can I get a branch and light it off of Avon's torch?
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah, you guys are... Yeah, this is a thicket. There's a lot of stuff underfoot. I'll say, yeah, you can pick up a branch and try to light it off of his torch. I would say that it'll probably only do, like, a D2 damage, though, just because it's... Like, his is, like, a, wrapped up thing covered in, like, tar and stuff. Okay. It's a lot more burning. But you do light it, and you can take a swing.
Oh, I missed.
Most of the turn is spent lighting the stick. You pull it away too soon the first time, and kind of smoked. So, no, wait, hold on. Oh yeah, you can toss it back to Grelin. Now, Grelin, you have a blanket on you. Or out, at least. Not on you. What what you doing with it? Grellin.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I thought they were gonna throw oil last time. I will throw the blanket over them and walk away.
Yeah, they can't op attack you. You can totally do that. All right. A a thick winter's blanket descends over the swarm. Just kind of covers them up. Nico, that is you.
Alrighty. Like the big hand?
You eat some more of them, but they're still swarming around.
Yep.
We'll say just for flavor, stomp some under feet as well. Do you have a torch or anything, Ludwig? Or
I do not have a torch.
gotcha.
Yeah. That's my fancy little club.
Smash! Bunch of spiders get squashed. I will say, it had never occurred to me to use a torch on a swarm at low levels. I thought they were just death to low level parties. And then it tells you to do that in the Kingmaker game the first time you see a swarm, and it blew my fucking mind.
Well, you know they had to change, they had to dump down the swarms. Because
Yeah,
people they were getting
a lot
stuck.
worse at the beginning.
Yeah.
Did they dull them down?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, dude! It took me so long to get by them when I first played.
Now you can damage them with anything. Originally, it was like it is in base game, where you couldn't hit them with normal weapons.
Yeah, I had nothing. I think when I had found them, I had had a very low magic party, and I was like a fighter, just
My first,
getting
my
fucking
first
eaten.
character was after this, so I was good.
Oh, damn!
Bombs?
That is very good for that.
Yeah.
Okay, spiders. Well, all right. First, we'll do the wolf's damage. Wolf's gonna take 4 damage. Next, I'm gonna do a D2. Ooh, hit my funny bone. We'll say Trell, you're 1, Avon, you're 2. Okay, spiders go to the right. You're going to take 6 damage. And you haven't been hit by these guys yet, so go ahead and make a Fortitude save. Yeah, you had the heebie-jeebies and you are no longer caring. Oh my god. Well, it is your turn. You take a bit of damage. You are not distracted by them in any way. Also, I just noticed that when it switched to your turn, it moved your token on top of the spider's token, like visually.
Oh.
That's fucking helpful. Holy shit.
Alright, so I am going to step out of the way and take another swing at these stupid things.
Go for it.
Oh.
That'll do you. And then a D4 minus 1. It's minimum 1, though, so you can't get like a 0. Alright. That does not finish them off. But you can certainly tell they're at like death's door.
You're remembering the Bardic Inspiration damage, right?
Ooh, is that yes? Yeah. In that case, that you needed exactly 1 more damage. Trell, your tail of the itsy bitsy spider makes all the difference. As you burn enough of the swarm that the rest of the chew spiders just scatter. Hell yeah, nice.
And then I'm gonna lay hands on myself.
Yep, swift action if it's personal, totally.
In the middle of a battle.
Your hand kind of ignites in this very it's not like a warm golden light. It's really, it's like the cold golden of like actual gold coins. The inside of a bank as you touch all those spider bites, and they fully vanish with 11 healing.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Abadar likes me a lot more than Ludwig.
Considering he's granting you powers, yeah, probably. I'd say that's probably a fair assumption. Nice. All right. And then back to Trell. Trell, you still have a burning stick.
I shall try not to beat the doggy as I smack spiders with it.
You run up and get the flanking bonus with your stick.
Nope.
I'm not quite gonna do it. Yeah, even with the +1 to hit, that does not do it. Growling.
I will go and retrieve my blanket, I guess, and then try to find a stick.
Easy, you find a stick. I would say if you want to ignore the blanket for now, you can find the stick and light it on the same turn like Trell did from Avon. Okay, another branch flares to life as we have yet another weapon to fight the chew spiders. Alrighty, in that case, let's toss it back to our Wolfie. Are you going to keep him there, or do you want to move Nico out of there?
Move him out of there finally.
Okay. Yeah, they can't op attack him, so he's good to just split. Alrighty. He seems a little wary of the spiders during that bite as they keep chewing on him. Ludwig? That is a hefty swing. You do crush a lot of spiders with that one.
Perfect.
Alright. Oh, well, goes to the one that's dead. Alright, that's fine. Alright. D3. Ludwig 1, Nico 2, Trell 3. They want, well, alright. I'll tell you now, they're heightened damage. There is a chance that they get a 1 or a 2 on damage, so this is possible.
Yeah.
That is a 3 exactly. So here's the disabled condition. Take moves, but if you take a standard, you will pass out.
Yeah.
Oh, it auto adds an X. I didn't know that either. I'm learning new things about this. That is the Swarm's total turn, though. So, Avon, back to you. You have been healed by the power of Abadar.
Praise Abadar. And let's see if we can help out this poor little wolf. Alright, so that's going to be a 9. Plus 1 for Inspire Courage.
That's not going to do it.
Alright.
I don't know if they might be on Archive of Nephis, but I was looking, I couldn't find them on D20. In the Inner Sea Gods book I have next to me, there's like a few like cool official prayers and aphorisms if you want me to send them to you later.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. Back to the top then. Trell, you do still have your burning branch here.
I try to burning branch them.
That will do it. Okay. So, sorry, I gotta move your wolf out of the way for a hot second. Is that with the Bardic?
Yeah, that's got the Bardic included.
Okay, cool. Alright, Swarm is still cooking. Grellin, that is back to you now. And you also have a lit stick. Grellin. Still there, man? There we go. Okay. Move up. Taking a swing. That will do it. Okay, so you roll the D2, but we're going to add one on top of that from the Bardic, so it's 3. This swarm is now bloodied. It's looking pretty bad. Wolf.
Wolf. Lazar passed out.
Wait, is it going to move, or are you going to do a standard and then pass out?
We'll do a standard and pass out.
Okay. Hell yeah. Vicious to the end.
Oh.
To be fair, he was like Mortal Kombat swaying on his feet. The wolf goes down under a swarm of chew spiders. He's like little, they're kind of like little greenish spiders that camouflage with the leaves, but they're swarming all over it right now. Ludwig, that is you. Right. This swarm is very close to death. What is Nico's con score? Because they're just going to keep eating them because he didn't move.
14.
14. Oh, then there's no way they could kill him in one thing right here. He is going to take 5, so he goes down to -5.
Wait, that's minus his con then. It's modifiers 2.
It's minus your con score for death.
Oh, it's score, right?
Yeah. Oh god, con modifier would be fucking brutal. That would be so rough. Yeah, so he's still good right now. He's still got some points. Avin, that is you.
Alright, so I wave the torch around to really get the flame burning, and I swing
Some extra oxygen. That does hit.
Yep.
I think if you can max damage plus the Bardic, this can finish it off. Yeah, you rolled 4 on the D4. Enough of them burn away. The rest scatter off into the bushes, not wanting to get smashed by clubs and eaten and burned anymore. And you guys are out of combat.
Then I will immediately lay my hands upon the poor wolf.
Gotcha. Okay, so then, we don't need to stabilize or anything. Yeah, so back up.
The of Avatar return you to health.
The light again. Yeah, return to health, and back up at +3.
Seriously, guys, that is just the coolest.
And I'm totally fine if you want to punch the token again.
Miles, the other bandit who was like cowering back in the fucking bushes, just like, I gotta admit that was pretty cool. Your hands glowed. Because like I was I protected the horses. The horses are all good back here.
Good job, Miles. Abadar smiles upon you.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then Avon grins and laughs at himself.
Alright, so you guys now have some time to gather these berries. Fangberries do have some like lacerating thorns by where the like actual berry grows out of the bush.
Yep.
So this will basically be every successful gathering check is like enough for 1 potion for him. So he said just bring back as many as you can. Mechanically, this will be survival checks. However, does anyone have an armor bonus that would give them +7 or more?
don't think at this level.
I don't think anyone does, but okay. In that case, those would be like mechanically strong enough gauntlets that you could just ignore that. But yeah, go ahead and make survival checks. That is a success. One success right off the bat. Those are both failures, so you are going to take some damage. You each take 3 damage from the thorns. Also, sorry, mechanically, the way it's going to work, because you guys struck that, like, not in the book deal with him, is basically, like, we're assuming there's more berries for him to keep crafting stuff on his own, but, like, every success is, like, an additional potion he's going to give you guys as a reward, if that makes sense.
Cool. And what's our maximum number of successes?
For how long it takes to harvest them, you guys, any one person can make 4 checks. So, like, you know, potentially between all of you, that's 4 times 4. 16. That's math. Hell yeah, guys, I nailed it. That took me too long. Yeah, so I'll say you can either, like, roll them one at a time from the sheet, or if you just want to, like, the 3 of you that did it want to, like, type /R 3d20, and then we can add your bonuses to them. That could visually might be easier to look at.
I'll keep roll match survival roll.
Okay. 13's gonna be just shy. But Ludwig, you still get 2 more. So we'll finish up Ludwig's ones.
Nope. There we
Okay.
go.
So minimum damage both times on the failures. You take 2 damage to Ludwig, and you do have another success. So there's 2 successes so far as a group. Grellin, do you want to do your next 3 then? We'll kind of just go down the line. Another success. We're up to 3 successes so far. Then 2 more, Grellin. Okay, failure. Grellin, you take 4 damage. So I believe might give you a disabled condition. Okay, Grellin, you're disabled, so you won't pass out, but you should probably stop picking berries, or you will pass out. Unless someone wants to heal him. Well, I guess this might not count as a standard action, really.
Grellin, you're bleeding all over.
Yeah, I think this counts as it'll count as an action for that. So you can either, if you guys want to heal him with anything, do you want to? Okay.
Do we want to use a healing potion on him?
I will say, even if you so that is a success, Grellin, but like just by doing a standard, you'll pass out. Like that's how low you are. So you're not bleeding out right now, but you basically gather one last bushel of berries and then just collapse.
That's fine.
Avon
Take a
shakes
rest.
his head and goes over and lays his hands upon him.
Okay, you bring him back up. But he has still done his 4 gathers. Right, so far we have 4 successes, I believe. Yes, 4 successes. Trell, do you want to do your next 3? What's your bonus each time?
0.
0? Okay, that's 3 failures then. Very close, but 3 failures nonetheless. Math. You're gonna take 6 damage total.
You know, there really ought to be a few more options here. Like, disabled device seems like it would be appropriate for trying to get the treasure out without setting off the trap.
The trap of the thorns?
Exactly. I mean, that's what they do, right? They're trying to get in there.
What? That was maybe the most interesting proposal of a rule change that I've ever heard.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? You're going into this dangerous area, and you need to try and,
Suppose that does make sense. If you, Avin, if you would like to substitute a disabled device and want to roll some berries, you can.
Oh, not me. I don't have that kind of ability.
Okay,
I
well,
mean, I could try to intimidate the berries off the branch, but I don't think that would work.
I think that might not work, unfortunately. These berries, they're incredibly confident in themselves. Great self-image.
Mm-hmm. I could attack the stems with, bow and arrow.
Just fucking shooting off berries. Okay.
I wouldn't, maybe once I get up to maybe 12th level, that might be reasonable.
You know what? Yeah, if you guys want to come back at 12th level to the berry patch, we'll shoot off some berries. Okay, well, still 4 successes. So, not that, he's probably going to give you a couple of those healings and a moderate as well. Okay.
Avin, were you going to try?
I mean, yeah, do you want to make survival? Yeah, you might get stabbed a bunch.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
Alright. Well, in that case, you guys do have, 4 successes with those berries there. I'm going to put this on the world map really quick. That is way too far west. Whoops. There we go. Alright. So you guys did find it during the first half of the day here. Would you like to basically rest, and then during the beginning of tomorrow, finish searching the square?
We won't be able to finish searching the square and make it back to Oleg's tomorrow, right?
Probably not. So at this point, you'd have to cross like 3.5 hexes to get to Oleg.
Yeah.
So you probably wouldn't get back that same day.
All right.
So
why don't
go ahead.
We can finish searching before camping?
Could you finish like today before you camp for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to finish today.
All right. Well, why don't we do that?
You guys kind of pop right here. All right. So that one is fully explored. I'm gonna roll something on a table here. You guys do find kind of a little bit of loot along the way from fully exploring this hex. Also, I'm going to drop another plant icon down here, so you know there's one of the plant areas. You guys find 2 sets of leather armor and 1 set of studded leather armor. Appears to be some like old, maybe like a bandit camp back in the day. They were kind of just sealed away between some trees, but they're still usable. All right. So you guys are camping for the night. After that, ooh, excuse me. Got the hiccups. Alright. That's fine. Are you guys gonna set an order? Or is it same order as last time?
I think same order as last time.
Okay. Okay. You guys are able to make it through the night. No interruptions.
Okay, so are there hexes on our way back that we haven't explored thoroughly?
Yeah, there's 2.
I believe it is, yeah, the ones you're painting right now.
All right. So is there any rush to get these berries back?
I don't think so. I think
I don't think they're not gonna like spoil that fast.
Okay. So why don't we go ahead and explore those two that we've got on our way back?
Okay.
Oh, it's kind of too late for it. But would we have been able to take the pelt from that creature?
The thylacine.
Oh, from the thylacine?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make a. It would be a survival check to see if you can get something that's actually worth anything. I believe that is not enough for harvesting a trophy. Give me 1 sec. Let me check. Oh, no, okay. That should be good. Okay. You do harvest a thylacine pelt. If you want, you can make an appraise check, see how much a thylacine pelt might be worth. Especially to like the fur trade up here at Oleg's. You think probably worth about 100 gold pieces. Definitely a lot better than like the typical like deer or like other leather these guys have been trading and other furs. Got that lovely stripe pattern. All right. So yes, you're trying to explore those ones along the way, right?
Yep.
All right. So you guys are still on the plains. We go through one. Even crossing the Thorn River is still going to count as the plains here. But once you guys get a little bit farther east, it's going to start being more hilly. All right. Yeah, I think you would be able to make it to this square in, let's see, you're kind of in the middle of this guy. So 3. Getting to there is 3, then you have to spend another like half the day exploring this one. You probably get, yeah, I'd say fully explore this one, get a little bit into the next hex before camping. That's fine. I think that guy, we're gonna, I think, be wrapping up soon here anyway in about 15 minutes or so.
Cool. Sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
Cool. All right, well, we'll make those checks and then we'll wrap up. So I don't think you're gonna miss much.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So you're spending the time to fully explore this one next. Let's say, yeah, I think you could do that honestly, and then be able to camp out in the next hex, and then like finish this hex and still make it to Oleg's tomorrow, if that makes sense.
Perfect.
Okay. So all right, fully exploring this hex. If you guys want, after sessions, I reckon add like some dots or something to ones that have been fully explored.
I'd probably go to
Just because I think we'll lose track pretty quick. Okay. So, fully exploring that one. Go ahead and give me a perception check while you're exploring that one as well.
Ooh, good dog, Mishka.
Ooh, Mishka. Okay.
Assuming it's something the dog could detect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, in this case, it would be. Basically, nothing, perhaps as valuable as armor this time, but this does appear to be a section of the plains that is frequented by a few different like herds of animals. So I think in that perception check, you guys are going to be able to hunt and gather some food here as well. So mechanically, you guys are going to get 10 trail rations.
Okay.
All right, and then you'll sleep one more time over here, and then explore it. I already did the roll before you left, just in case. You guys aren't going to be interrupted that night. Right. So yeah, as you're exploring this last one up here, also if you guys have other skills you want to try on these hexes, it does not have to be just perception. Other checks might reveal different things. But perception is kind of just a general one to look around. It's good. Okay, well, you know what? I walked into that one, didn't I? You yell really loudly and a bunch of, like, herd animals just fucking scatter. Oh yeah, okay. Cool. This time it does not seem like there's really much to find here. This just appears to be empty plains. Mechanically, if you guys want to come back, you can use it as like a hunting ground, but apart from that, there's not much going on here.
Alright.
But that means you roll back into Oleg's, probably, close to sunset. Immediately upon crossing the gate, just like, did you find my berries?
We found your spiders. Would you like them now?
What? I didn't want spiders! Get them away from me! Yeah, full swing at him. This time he ducks out and he's like, ha ha ha! Can't get broken the same way twice! But yeah, you guys hand over the berries. He's going to... the deal I was thinking, so basically that deal mechanically, if you guys ever go back to, I was thinking every like fourth success will be the next, like, one of the better potions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like 1, 2, 3, you guys get 3 cure lights, but you also get 1 cure moderate from Boken. So racking up some healing potions this session.
Oh, good, because we need to rest up. Some people are injured. Oh.
They most assuredly are. Yes, go ahead.
I could use my lay on hands 3 times a day.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't encounter anything hostile, so I think you probably could have
Is
killed
everybody
them.
healed up from the first one?
I needed 5 more hit points.
There you go. Also, so the way anyone who might watch and be curious later as to how I'm doing this milestone-wise is such a weird AP. I'm kind of going by like a number of written things that you guys have done, like in the book. So with finishing Boken's quest, you guys will have done enough to get to level 3, and the next time it's going to take like more successes at different things to get to level 4.
Cool.
Make sense?
Very cool. All right.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I'll put it in the chat so he hears later. But yes, mechanically, you guys will get to 3rd level after bringing back the berries from Fangberry Thicket.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Good job, guys. Yeah, we'll be back here same time next week. Feels good to be back on schedule. All right.
Yeah.
If anyone's still watching, feel free to stick around and try to run an ad. If not, thanks for watching, and thank you guys for playing tonight. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Night all.
Night.